Second Lieutenant Gunnels, Cadet Second Lieutenant Collins, Cadet Kimball. Color Guard tonight, Commander is Cadet Sergeant First Class Jones.
Hello, sports fans, and welcome to tonight's basketball game. We're at the Malden Gymnasium where the Malden Green Wave play host to the Caruthersville Tigers. Glad that you're aboard. I'm Bill Hampton along with Tommy Jacobs. Eric Hendricks on the camera for us tonight. Want to appreciate all those two guys for coming in and bringing this game to you. Also, we want to tell you tonight's game is brought to you by First Community Bank, Los Brisas, authentic Mexican restaurant in Malden, New Wave Communications, Three Rivers Community College, Boomers Productions, and Maldenites Productions. And again, we're glad that you've joined in. Tommy, we're going to see a very hot Malden ball club. They're 5-0 coming in, and they really have only been challenged one time. That was the Scott County Central Braves, who were ahead of them going into the fourth quarter of the Oran tournament. Green Wave came back, scored 10 straight points, pulled that game out by 9, right, and have not really been challenged since.
That's true. They're a very talented team, deep at every position, at least 2 men deep at every position, and very quick, very well coached. But I'll tell you what, we got a team on the other end, the Caruthersville Tigers. You know, they could slip up on you at any time. They got very athletic, and but we're going to have to get and they're going to get the ball up and down the court, and so is Malden. I look for a good game, pretty good crowd. I wish that we had more Malden people here, but being the first game, maybe they'll start coming out and watching this fine Green Wave team.
Well, you're talking about the Caruthersville team. I was talking to their coach, Mark Skelton, and their assistant coach, Nathan Morgan, earlier. Their record, they come into this game 1 win, 2 losses. Their 2 losses, 2 pretty good ball clubs. Sykeston, yes, one of the best ball clubs, in southeast Missouri.
That's right.
And also the Poplar Bluff Mules. Poplar Bluff down this year. Coach Skelton thought that they should have got Poplar Bluff, but they didn't. He said we didn't play well. And their 1 win against the Dexter Bearcats, they beat the Bearcats by 3 points. Played those games over in the tournament at the SEMO conference tournament.
Right,
and I like that tournament. They take the SEMO conference teams, they play those guys, play those teams. You got Notre Dame, you got Jackson, you got Charleston, you got Sykeston, you got Dexter, you got Kennett, New Madrid County Central, Poplar Bluff, and Caruthersville. So that's a good tournament over there. And I said Caruthersville is in that SEMO conference. They may not be in that tournament, but they played Sykeston, they played Poplar Bluff, and they've also played Dexter. So I tell you what, it's a good tournament they've got going over there, and that tournament's going to really grow. This was their first year.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, a lot of talent there. And your hat's got to be off a little bit to the Caruthersville Tigers, playing every game this year on the road with the disaster they had with the tornado. And, I hate it for them, hate it for their fans. They'll get their school rebuilt, and they'll be back in their home gym. But Caruthersville always brings a load when they come to play. I don't care what they're going to play; they're going to bring a good team.
Well, they've got some height. They've got Rashad Fields at 6'1". He's a junior. They've got Kadrikus Reed at 6 foot. He's a senior, and I remember him last year. You've got DeAndre Moten, who's a 6 foot sophomore, and you've got Terrence Slaughter, who is a 6'1" senior. And then they've got Marcus Cagle, a 6'3" senior. So not real tall, but they're all right there together.
That's
so
right.
and you know that they leap very well. We've seen them warm up. They like to jump up, slap that backboard, and they'll jump well. I'm sure they'll run the floor very well. Again, Malden, on the other hand, they're going to go with their Nick Perkins, who's a 5'10 junior, Alonzo Lewis, who is a 5'9 senior. Then they go with the big boys here. They go with Robbie Ison, 6'6", Quentin Franks at 6'5", and those guys are seniors. And then they go with Trey Porter, who's only 5'9", but boy, he plays much bigger than that.
You bet, Trey. Tell you what, that Trey Porter will pound those boards for you. And if you want to play rough on the inside, bring it on. Trey Porter will play rough with you.
Yeah, he likes to bang. The rougher it gets, the better he likes it. Or when I say rougher, the more aggressive it gets inside. He does not back away from it. And last year we saw him guard guys that were much taller than he was and did one fine job on him.
He sure did. And, you know, Malden comes off the bench, and like I say, they don't lose much. They come off at a point guard, you know, they'll use Alonzo Lewis. And to me, Alonzo Lewis is one of the best point guards around. Super quick, sees the floor, can drive by you, stop and pop. He's backed up by Caleb Reed. Caleb Reed is fast, and Caleb Reed can leap out of this gym.
Well, Malden goes very deep, Tommy, and you've seen them play this year. I haven't. But they go 10 deep,
yes,
and sometimes 12 deep, and so they mix them and match them and go. And we know Coach Ison wants to go up and down the floor.
That's right.
Might tell you that the Malden JV team victorious tonight over the Caruthersville Tigers, 58-39. They pulled away very easily in that game. They were up 6-0, then up 16-4, and just kept maintaining the lead and going a little bit further out.
Before we don't want to forget, one of the Malden players, one of the starters, a 6-foot senior, Quentin Gordon, is going to be out for a few weeks with knee surgery. And he is a fine athlete, and we wish him well. We hope he gets back in this lineup. More than anything, we hope he gets healthy.
Oh, yeah, and that, again, I think you summed that up the best, Tommy. I tell you, the Malden Greenway tonight, head coach by Robert Ison, his second year as the head coach, and the assistant is Yevgeny Sokolov.
Yeah.
Did I get that close enough? I know I got the Sokolov, but I don't know about
it's Yevgeny.
Yevgeny. And he's from Russia, played his college basketball at Arkansas State. He's an old Indian, and, of course, that's where I graduated from, and really glad to have him here in the Malden school system. He's a very tall guy. Along with Coach Ison, we probably have the Twin Towers for coaches in high school basketball.
Coach Sokolov's a fine gentleman. He's an asset to Malden School. I come up here some and watch him practice, and he's out and he can run the floor still because he's still a young man.
Oh, yeah.
But, Bill, I'm going to introduce the cheerleaders. Malden cheerleaders have a fine group of cheerleaders. Carrie Crawley, Kylie Davis, Angelica Jimenez, is that right? Misty Galladay, Angelica Hamilton, Jessica Burton, Scarlett Dinkins, Krista Herbst, Kalina Reed, Ashley Wallace, Olivia Aaron, Ashley Hendricks, Latrina McCoy, and Taylor Shelton. And the sponsor is Teresa Green.
Well, we have that's the cheerleaders, and those girls work at it very hard, Tommy, and we're glad that you did give their names. We sometimes we get in such a big hurry, we overlook people, and we don't mean to. I'll assure you that.
We sure don't.
I want to tell you tonight's referees, Bobby Godwin, Joe Baldwin, and Mickey Gum. 3 good refs. Mickey Gum played his high school ball under me at Clarkton High School. Don't hold that against him, but a very fine young man, and glad to see him, talk to him before the game. And it's good to see some of the people that you taught in school, and now they're helping young people get ready too.
You bet. That's what it's all about. As we say every time, and I don't want to miss this time, we have some fine young people in this area, and we want to support them. And not only just the athletes, you know, we have the Beta Club, the Junior ROTC program in Malden is very good, and we encourage everyone to support the young people.
Wouldn't it be great if you had access to your bank account information 24 hours a day? With internet banking and bill payment service from First Community Bank, you can. It always seems there's never enough time in a day, but with our internet banking service, you can take care of your banking needs on your schedule, not ours. You can pay bills, check account balances, and transfer funds anytime, anywhere. And best of all, First Community Bank offers this service, including bill payment, absolutely free. Go to www.1stcombank.com to find out more. First Community Bank, experience the difference in banking, member FDIC. this is Malden. You're supposed to be wearing green. And I said, well, I have a red vest, and the only vest I have, we have 21 on it, is red, and so I needed to wear that tonight.
I took a ribbon at the Oran tournament when I went up and watched Malden play Advance, and I had an orange and gray jacket on, and boy, they got me, because that was Advance color.
Tommy, we might want to tell everyone that we will be tape delaying this game, and you will be seeing it Wednesday night at 8 o'clock, again at midnight, and several times throughout the day. And then we also want to tell you that Thursday we're going to be doing a tape delayed of the Chaffee-Bloomfield game. And then Friday we're going down to do the finals of the Clarkton Holiday Invitational.
That'll be a good one.
It'll be a dandy. And then next week we're going to throw an added game in and go do Malden and Clarkton at Clarkton.
Right, that'll definitely be a good one too.
Well, let's do the starting lineups for the Caruthersville Tigers. At guard, number 21, Caruthersville Reed. He is a 6-foot senior. Number 23, sophomore, Deandro Moten. Number 24, Terrence Slaughter, 6'1" senior. Number 32, Marcus Cagle, he's a senior. And they overlooked Rashad Fields, number 10, a guard. I guess they're going to let him play 5 guys.
I guess so.
Yeah, the Caruthersville Tigers. They're coached by Mark Skelton and assistant coach Nathan Morgan. Number 20, Nick Perkins, a 5'10" junior, starting at guard for the Green Wave. The quarterback for the team, Alonzo Lewis, he's a 5'9" senior, and he is very, very quick.
Yes, he is.
Number 33, Trey Porter, 5'9" senior. At 6'5" at the forward position, a senior, Quentin Franks.
Frank's been playing very well this year.
That's what I hear. And also at center, 6'6" senior, Robbie Eisen. Green Wave again coached by Robert Eisen, assistant
Evgeny
Sokolov. So we're glad to have Coach Sokolov on the sidelines with the Green Wave. And again, the referees tonight, Bobby Godwin, Joe Baldwin, and Mickey Gum.
I hope I have that name right. That's what he's been practicing with me with it.
We call him Coach.
There you go.
Sit back and enjoy 32 minutes of regulation scheduled for tonight. And we expect a good one. Even though Caruthersville comes in with a record of 1-2, their coaches, he told me, he said at any time we could break out, and this could be the game.
They got that kind of athletes.
Yeah. Jumping for the Caruthersville Tigers is going to be Terrence Slaughter. For the Green Wave is going to be Robbie Eisen. Joe Baldwin to throw the ball up. Again, Caruthersville in red, Malden in gold. Tip control by Porter. Porter in the corner, puts up a jump shot. Ball rejected in there by Reed. Caruthersville with the basketball. That's Fields. Fields down to Moten. Moten back out to Fields. Malden in a man-to-man. Ball thrown inside to the big guy. Thrown outside to Moten. He puts up a shot. No good. Rebound Caruthersville, and a bucket put in by number 21, Caruthersville Reed. Caruthersville on top. 2-0. Just underway. 7 minutes, 25 seconds to go in the first quarter. Caruthersville on top of the Green Wave. Ball inside to Franks, off his hands. Ball turned over to the Caruthersville Tigers. Ball controlled in there by Cagle that time. On the drive that time, Cagle with the ball. He's going to drive the lane, puts up a running jumper. No good. Rebound Eisen. Eisen with a quick outlet. Ball stole by Fields. Fields in for a layup, puts it up. No good. Rebound. Fields gets it back. He puts it up, scores it. Rashad Fields. First bucket of the night. Caruthersville on top, 4-0. Perkins with the ball down in the corner to Porter. Porter inside to Franks. Franks outside to Alonzo Lewis. Over to Perkins. Perkins to Eisen. Eisen with a 14-footer. No, it was an air ball. It hit the backboard, and that was it. Caruthersville with the ball. Reed running with it. Puts up a jump shot. It's short. Eisen with a rebound. Gives it to Lewis, to Perkins. Down in the corner to Porter. Inside to Franks. Franks with a turnaround jump shot. No good. Rebound that time. He shoots an air ball. Cagle with a rebound. Caruthersville's putting a little pressure on the ball.
Playing a pretty good zone in there.
Yes. Reed with the basketball for the Tigers. Gets a nice screen that time for Slaughter. Ball taken away and thrown down to the Green Wave, and going up for a layup and scoring is going to be Quentin Franks, and he's fouled. Foul that time on. The bucket is good. Foul that time on Caruthersville Reed. His first foul for Caruthersville, first foul of the game. Going the line to try to hit the three-point play will be Quentin Franks for the Green Wave. 6:07 to go in the first quarter. Caruthersville on top of the Green Wave, 4-2. Frank shot up, no good. Rebound off the rim and pulled down by Cagle. Cagle over to Fields. Nice drive that time by Moten. Almost tied up by the Green Wave. Ball back to Fields, almost a takeaway. And again, it is taken away. And then Caruthersville gets it back. Reed with the basketball. Drives the left side of the lane. Kicks the ball out. Oh, the Green Wave with a nice rebound. They're running. Nice bounce pass that time by Lonzo Lewis to Robbie Ison, and Ison is fouled. Well, I tell you what, they're so quick, can't even get their names in.
That's true. That was a nice pass, nice look in there to Ison.
Yes. Rashad Fields with the foul that time. Going the line to shoot two for the Green Wave will be Robbie Ison. 5:35 to go in the first quarter. Not a lot of scoring, which is surprising, but I tell you what, they're so quick. And the defenses are hitting the boards hard. I mean, when the ball goes up, they're hitting them hard. They're not falling. 4-2 with 5:35 to go. First quarter, Caruthersville on top. Ison's first shot up, in and out. Ison, a 6'6" senior. Scores his second one, 4-3. Green Wave 1 for 3 from the line. Fields with the ball for Caruthersville Tigers. Green Wave still in that man-to-man defense. Ball kicked over to Reed. Reed with a 15-foot jump shot, nothing but air. Ison with the rebound, gives the ball to Perkins. Green Wave slow it down. Back to Ison. Ison's going to drive, puts up a 12-footer off the front of the rim or off the side of the rim, and Porter with the rebound out to Lewis. Lewis for three, puts it up, no good. Rebound fought far, and Caruthersville off and running. They've got the numbers.
They got the numbers.
Yep, and going to be a foul. Going to be a foul that time on Trey Porter. Going to the line to shoot two for the Caruthersville Tigers is going to be Caruthersville Reed. Reed with two on the night already with the outside shot. Is going to go put up two free throws here.
Yeah.
First one up, scores it.
Reed's a good athlete.
Yes, he is.
All-state running back.
Boy, he's built, isn't he?
He sure is.
Second one up, no good. Off the rim. Ison with the rebound. Perkins has the ball down the left side, gives to Porter. Porter bounces around, gives back to Perkins, down in, back to Porter. Lewis from 14, no good. Rebound that time by Fields. Boy, the Green Wave are just tentative on shooting the ball.
They're off a little bit. They
yes,
get
they
on
are.
track.
Oh, what a nice spin move that time by the big guy. Terrence Slaughter, a good turnaround jump shot. 7-3, Caruthersville on top with 4:30 to go in the first quarter. Green Wave have not stroked the ball well at all here in the first quarter. Ison slips there, falls down, but gets back up inside to Porter. Back out to Lewis. Lewis with the ball. Caruthersville, we haven't set their defense yet. They're in a zone. A nice jump shot that time by Porter, but nothing but air. Perkins with the ball, 12-footer, no good. Boy, we've hit nothing but air. There's Porter underneath, gets the rebound, or the air ball, puts it up and in. 7-5, Caruthersville ahead. Fields with the basketball, tipped out of bounds by Perkins. And coming in for the game for the Green Wave is going to be number 22, Elwan Perkins, and going out is Porter. Los Brisas Authentic Mexican Restaurant in Malden has the best Mexican food in the Boot Hill. Their fast, friendly service will always keep you smiling. Bottomless drinks never leave you thirsting. Lunch specials every Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Also new at Los Brisas is a new drive-through window. You can call ahead and your food will be waiting for you. Call 276-6666, or better yet, visit the friendliest dining atmosphere and best food in the Boot Hill, open 7 days a week. That's Los Brisas Authentic Mexican Restaurant on Business 25 in Malden. Tell Gustavo and the gang you heard about it them on Channel 21. We got Elwan and Nick Perkins both into the game. Fields with the basketball for the Tigers. Throws over to Moten. Moten drives, puts it up. Nice drive.
Took it right to the hole.
He went in with authority.
He sure
9-5. Tigers on top. Elwan Perkins with the ball to Lewis. Over to Nick Perkins. Back to Lewis.
Covering Franks up in there.
Oh, yeah.
Doing a good job on him.
Nice inlet pass there at time to Ison. Good shot.
That's what we got to do. We got to get that ball in them big boys.
Good pass in that time to Elwan Perkins. Fields with the basketball for the Tigers. Still with the basketball. Gives over to Reed. Reed drives, puts up a jump shot. Ball partially blocked. Ison with the basketball. Gives to Lewis. Green Wave trying to tie the game. Lewis drives in, puts up a shot. No good. Rebound saved that time by the Tigers. They're running. Moten with the basketball. Gives over to Reed. Reed to Fields. Fields to Moten. Back to Fields. Fields air ball. Boy, a lot of air ball.
A lot of air ball. Both teams' shooting's off a little bit.
Well, the defense has got him. Elwan Perkins for three. No good. Ball goes out of bounds. Over to the Tigers. Coming in, a lot of subs right here. We've got coming in is Curry Carter and also Bobby Kelly for the Tigers. Coming in for the Green Wave is Eddings. And who else came in?
Porter came back in.
Trey Porter came back in. Okay.
Setting Franks and Ison out for a little bit.
Malden's got a little press going on here. They caused a turnover. Green Wave got it. They're running. Eddings, nice pass down to Lewis. Puts it up. No good. Rebound that time by Eddings, and we've got a foul.
Tell you what, this Eddings he'll go for the rebound.
That's what they tell me.
You bet. Nice looking athlete. Lonzo Lewis having a little trouble. He'll get on track.
Foul that time on DeAndre Moten, his first. Caruthersville's third. Elwan Perkins to inbounds. Gives to Nick Perkins. Perkins to Lewis. Down in the corner to Elwan. Back out to Lewis. Inside to Eddings. Eddings back out to Elwan. Caruthersville's it looks like a 2-2-1 zone. That's what it looks like, but it's a 2-3 is what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, nice takeaway that time defensively by Moten of the Tigers. With the basketballs, Bobby Kelly. Oh, he gives to Carter. Puts up a three. No good. Got his own rebound. Drives in. Nice pass in. Nice pass in that time to Tristan Starks, and he scores it. And we've got a timeout on the floor with 1:56 to go in the first quarter. Caruthersville 11, Green Wave 7. Sign up for high-definition service, and we'll give you $50. At New Wave, we think you've been extra good this year, and that's why we're willing to give you a little something extra this holiday season. $50 when you sign up for HD TV service from your neighbors at New Wave. You can call toll-free today at 888-8-NEW-WAVE. That's New Wave Communications, high-definition television. Tommy?
Well, Caruthersville's doing what they have to do to try to slow that Green Wave team down. You know, they're beating them, getting down the floor, getting set up in that zone. We're going to have to beat them from the outside. We're going to have to loosen that zone up from the outside so we can work it into the big boys. Caruthersville's playing a nice game. They're taking the ball down. They're fouling their shots. That boy fouled his shot there. Kicked it over to another guy. He put it in.
Yep. A couple times down, we've been able to get the ball inside, but Caruthersville just collapses on us so much, and the way they jump those athletes, we're having a tough time down low.
You bet. And Malden's got the athletes to hit them outside shots, but we're going to have to loosen that zone up.
Well, I know the Caruthersville coach got to be happy so far in this ball game, because he said we just hope to stay in the game with them. Of course, it's early.
Oh yeah,
and everybody knows that. But the longer you let a team like this hang around, the more they're going to stay in that ball game. They're going to get a lot of confidence going. Both teams subbing quite a bit, and the way they go up and down the floor, Tommy, they're going to have to.
Yes, they are.
Perkins with the basketball, gives to Porter, back to Perkins. Perkins for three, puts it up, no good. Gets his own rebound. Nice rebound that time.
Good follow.
Lewis with the ball. The Green Wave just starts stroking the ball. They're shooting very tentative right now. Boy, look at Eddings go inside. He's not afraid to go in there against him, is he?
No, he's not.
Nice tip up that time. Elwan Perkins stayed after it and scored.
Nice tip in.
Perkins with his own rebound after the shot, and then after the shot was taken by Eddings, got the rebound, tipped it up, no good, went back up and made it. Carter with the basketball. Green Wave still in the man-to-man. Caruthersville on top, 11-9. Slaughter with the basketball, puts it up and in. 4 points for Slaughter, and that's the lead by the Caruthersville Tigers, 13-9 with 1:10 to go in the first quarter. Ball to Eddings. Eddings loses the ball out. Caruthersville's got it. They've got the numbers, and they're running. Ball down in the corner to Carter and out of bounds. Big Green Wave's ball. Robbie Eisen back into the game for the Green Wave. Coming out is Eddings. Eddings got some good quality minutes there. Caruthersville coming back with their starting five. And they also bringing in Jonathan Butler. He's a 6'2 sophomore. Both teams substituting quite freely. 101, 61 seconds to go in this opening period. Caruthersville on top 13-9 over the Green Wave. Elwan Perkins with the ball, drives the baseline, tries to throw inside to Eisen and throws the ball away. Ball taken away by Lewis and back to Caruthersville and going in, and we've got a charging. We're going to have a blocking foul. Going to have a blocking foul on the floor that time on Nick Perkins, number 20. His first foul, Green Wave second. Caruthersville will take the ball out of bounds. Putting the ball in play will be Marcus Cagle. Green Wave are in a zone on this inbound pass. Ball kicked outside to Fields. Fields over to Reed. Reed for three. Got the bounce. 16-9 with 8 seconds to go, and the Green Wave turned the ball over with 37 seconds to go, Tommy. I said, that post had me blocked over there. 37 seconds to go in the opening period. Caleb Reed and Ryan Krigler are in the game for the Green Wave. Out is Alonzo Lewis. Caruthersville on top, 16-9, 37 seconds to go in the first quarter. Reed with the basketball for the Tigers. Malden still staying with the man-to-man. Reed has a basketball. Back to Fields. Looks like Caruthersville's trying to play for one. Back to Reed. Reed over to Moten. Reed with the shot. Scores it. Puts that ball in for three. That's his second three of the game. Caleb Reed with a shot. Will it count? It did not fall anyway at the end of the first quarter. Caruthersville Tigers 19, the Malden Green Wave 9.
Caruthersville's playing a fine defense. They're playing a good zone, and it's got the Green Wave off a little bit. They're going to have to make some adjustments, and I think they will. But you got to hats off to Caruthersville. They're playing a nice game. They're shooting the ball well, and their shots are falling. Malden's shots are not falling.
Tonight's game is also brought to you by Boomers Productions. The next time your company needs a commercial, safety, informational, or music video made, please contact Boomers Productions. Working with Malden Knife Productions, we can produce your next video requirement. We also bring to your local news and programming as seen on Channel 21 and the New Wave Communications Network. We're currently seen in Bernie, Bloomfield, Essex, Campbell, Dexter, and Malden, and looking forward to serving more towns in southeast Missouri and northeast Arkansas viewing area. Boomers Productions and Channel 21, your hometown channel. Call 281-2121 or visit our website at boomersproductions.com. Also, our toll-free number outside the Malden area, 877-566-2121. Well, Caruthersville, give them credit on their defense. I mean, they're all over us.
Yes, they are.
And I know that it's got to be a shock, myself, first time I've seen them. I mean, I knew Caruthersville would come in. They've got some athletes. There's no ifs, no ands, no buts about it.
That's right.
They've got athletes, and once they get the football out of them, get to playing on that hardwood, they'll go. And let's just hope tonight is not tonight.
That's tonight. And I think Malden will kick it up. Malden's got it. They're deep. They got the speed. They're going to have to shut them down, and I think they'll turn that defense up, and it'll bring that offense around.
Reed had 9 points that quarter for the Caruthersville Tigers. The Green Wave had a total of 9 points. Nice drive put up that time. A nice shot put up that time by Reed, but he shot an air ball. Green Wave get the ball back. and then get the ball taken away, and we've got a foul. Foul on Quentin Franks, his first. Green Wave getting a little sloppy with the basketball. They're going to have to protect it, Tommy.
They are. They're got
to play basic fundamental basketball. You're down 10, and you don't want to go down much further. I can tell you that.
Caruthersville's happy. Of course, they're happy because they got the lead. They're happy that this score is 19-9.
Right.
You know, they think could have been a lot worse. High-powered Malden offense.
Moten's first free throw up, no good. His second one, good. 20-9. Perkins with the basketball. Caruthersville matches up well with us. You can tell that.
Yeah, they do.
Ison tries to go inside to Franks. The ball taken away, and that time by Reed, and then off of Phil's leg. Turnover to the Green Waves. Nick Perkins comes out. Caleb Reed comes in for the Green Wave. Trey Porter to inbounds for the Green. Lewis with the basketball. Drives in. Still with the basketball. Reed with the ball at the top of the key. Throws back to Lewis. Back to Reed. To Porter. Porter to Lewis on the side. He's going to put up a three. Much better stroke that time.
Good stroke.
It's Malden's first three-pointer of the night. 20-12. Just underway here in the second quarter. Moten with the basketball. Ball tipped out of bounds and saved by the Green Wave. Good defense. Caruthersville out of bounds with it.
A lot of good hustle both ways that time.
Cagle and also Ison hustling for the ball over there. Ball goes over to the Green Wave. 7:02 to go in the second quarter. Caruthersville 20, Green Wave 12. Ball down in the corner to Porter. Tries to throw inside to Quentin Franks, and the ball tipped out and then saved by Slaughter, who threw the ball back off Frank's leg. Good defensive play there. Fields with the basketball, being hounded by Caleb Reed. And Reed does a reach-in foul. It's 4 fouls on the Green Wave. First foul on Reed. Caruthersville with 3 fouls. Neither team in foul trouble. Inbounding for the Caruthersville Tigers is Slaughter. Tried to hit Reed that time off somebody's fingertip. Looked like it's going to be off the Green Wave.
I believe it was off of Porter. I thought it was off of Rick Reed, but it wasn't. I thought it was off of Caruthersville's Reed.
Yes. Slaughter to inbound again. Ball to Cagle, back to Slaughter, and there's Reed with a three-pointer. No good. Gets his own rebound. Porter did not block out.
Nope. Let him around him, and he got the rebound.
Second foul on Trey Porter. As soon as he shot, you know what they say, holler and follow.
That's right.
And he did. Caruthersville inbounds. Fields tried to get the ball to Fields underneath the bucket. Oh, what a nice shot that time by Terrence Slaughter.
Balls.
Yeah. Slaughter got the ball and had to actually jump out front to even get past the board there. Quentin Franks that time has a ball go off his fingertips, out of bounds. Nick Perkins in the game. Trey Porter out. Also coming in for the Green Wave is Eddings. Coming out is Franks. Coming in for the Tigers is Carter and Starks. Boy, they're just bringing everybody in. We can't keep up who's going where. Also Kelly. We've got Moten in. Carter with the basketball being hounded. Boy, the Green Wave are putting the pressure on. Ball turnover. That's right. That's what they're going to have. The press is going to have to do some turnovers. The press can do things besides turnovers. It can speed the game up and get them in the flow just like you're in.
That's right.
Like you wanted in. If you wanted to speed it up, and this score is very, very low. Nice inland pass to Ice at that time. He goes up high, gets it. His 5th point of the night. We've got a timeout on the floor. Caruthersville wants to take a timeout. Caruthersville leads with 6:18 to go in the second quarter. Caruthersville 22, the Malden Green Wave 14.
Whether you're interested in a college degree or career training, Three Rivers Community College is a great place to start. Classes at TRCC can help you advance in your present job or start a whole new career. Convenient classes mean you don't have to give up your present job, and TRCC will help you find financial aid. Register on campus or at any of the centers. Call 1-877-TRY-TRCC or click on www.trcc.edu.
Legs in there too, and you know, I just look for Malden to break out here in a minute. You know, that defense is what'll do it, and it looked good while ago.
Well, when you play good teams, you know that a lot of times it takes you a while to get into your rhythm.
Right.
In Caruthersville, it really looks good tonight.
Sure do. Very athletic team. Caruthersville's just very athletic. Right?
Green Wave have on the floor at the time. They have Reed, they have Ison, they have Lewis, they have Nick Perkins, and they have Eddings. Malden in a man-to-man press. Malden going to take the ball away and back to Caruthersville. Caruthersville has a basketball. Kelly with the ball for the Tigers. Gives the ball out front to Moten. Moten on the corner that time to Slaughter. Slaughter still with the ball. Gives back to Moten. Back to Slaughter, or back to Carter. Carter with the basketball, being hounded by Reed. I guarantee Reed to get after it.
Reed to stay with it.
That's right. Kelly with the basketball for the Caruthersville Tigers.
Take it away.
Ball taken away by Lewis. He's going to go in, put the layup in, and no good. Ball out of bounds, and will be going over to the Caruthersville Tigers.
Thought he might have been fouled that time, but the ref had a better look at it than I did. The defense has kicked up a little bit.
Should have made the layup.
Yes, he has.
Yeah.
He should have made it.
You got to go in on the left side if you're on the left side and learn to shoot it there, and instead he went under the bucket and ball kind of bounced off the rim. Slaughtered inbound for the Tigers. Gives the ball to Carter. Carter down the right side.
Carter's pretty quick.
Yes, he is. Trying to throw inside, gets it to Slaughter. Slaughter's going to work on Ison. The ball is going to be turned over out of bounds on the Green Wave. I thought the Green Wave were going to get the ball back, and it went off of Lewis's hands.
Caruthersville coming back with 4 fresh men.
Yep. Doing a nice job. Both coaches doing a good job of keeping fresh legs in the game. Inbounding for the Tigers will be Cagle. Moten with the ball over to Reed. To Fields. Fields for 3. No good. The ball tipped around and out of bounds. Ball will stay with the Tigers. Ball tipped off of Ison's hands.
I don't believe the Malden fans saw it that way, but it doesn't count. What the guy in the striped shirt counts. Oh, I believe we had a walk then. There we are.
Ball kicked out of bounds off of Moten's hands of the Tigers. 5:12 to go in this second quarter. Caruthersville 22, the Green Wave with 14. Lewis drives, puts up a layup, and he's going to be fouled.
I like to see Alonzo Lewis take that ball to the hole like he does.
You bet. And he went against the big guy there.
Sure
he went against Jonathan Butler, who's a 6'2 guy, and he picked up his first foul. Lewis to the line to shoot 2. First one up, no good. Green Wave just hadn't got to stroking the ball very well from shooting it. Got a lid on that goal tonight.
I believe they do.
Second one up, scored it. Coming back into the game for the Caruthersville Tigers is Bobby Kelly, and going out is Reed. Caruthersville with the basketball. They're off and running, and boy, Lewis gets the ball back. What a big break that was for Lewis. Lewis with the ball, and he's going to be fouled right there on the floor. It's going to be number 20. It's going to be Bobby Kelly. Kelly was riding him down the floor.
Sure was. That's Alonzo Lewis we're used to right there.
Yes. Green Wave will inbound the ball under their own bucket. Both teams with 5 fouls. Neither team in the bonus yet. 4:57 to go in the second quarter. Bounce pass in that time intended for Ison. Taken away by the Caruthersville Tigers. Driving with the basketball is Reed. Kicks the ball out to Fields. Fields for three. No good. Rebound by Eddings. Green Wave off and running. Eddings with the basketball. Is going to take it coast to coast. Puts it up. Scores it. They're going to call it on the floor.
Call it on the floor.
Yep. Foul that time on Bobby Kelly.
Eddings took that ball down the floor.
He took it with a little authority. Coming in for the Tigers is Carter. Going out is Kelly. Eddings to inbound to Lewis. To Nick Perkins. To Reed. Reed with the running layup. Puts it up. He's going to be fouled. Didn't look like he had much of a shot, but Tommy took it to the hole, and you know what? He drew a foul.
You bet he did.
Foul that time, number 2 on Jonathan Butler. He's number 55. It's his second foul. Going to line to shoot 2 is Caleb Reed. First one up, no good. Green Wave are 2 for 6 from the free throw line so far, Tommy. Second one up, scores it. Caleb Reed with his first points. Reed with the basketball for the Tigers. He's going to go coast to coast, puts up a layup, no good. Rebound that time by Robbie Ison. Over to Lewis. Green Wave got the numbers, 4 on 2. Lewis with a pull-up jumper from 14, no good. Rebound Ison. He's going to go back up with the ball, turn around, got it.
Scored it.
We got timeout on the floor by the Caruthersville Tigers with 4:13 to go in the second quarter. This pace has picked up.
It sure has.
It's Caruthersville 22, Malden 18.
Tell you what, that Green Wave likes that pace like that, and the Caruthersville coach, you know, you gotta give it to him. You know, when Malden starts making a run, he's gonna call timeout and try to kill it. But Malden's getting back in this ball game.
Yep. Malden will be in the bonus the next foul, and again, Robbie Ison right now with 7 points, 2 points to Trey Porter, 2 points to Quentin Franks, 4 points to Alonzo Lewis, 2 points to Elwan Perkins, and 1 point to Caleb Reed is the scoring for the Green Wave. On the other hand, the Caruthersville Tigers, they only have 3 points this quarter, Tommy. And Tristan Starks has 2 on the night. Fields has 2. 9 is by Reed. Reed hadn't been able to score this quarter. Moten has 3 points. And with 6 points is Slaughter. That's their 22 points. So the Green Wave defense has kicked up a little bit as the Green Wave so far has scored 9 points this quarter, and the Caruthersville Tigers have scored 3. So Green Wave have cut that lead from 10 points to 4 points. And inbounding for the Tigers is Slaughter. Green Wave in that man-to-man, full court press. Oh, they created. Oh, I thought they had a turnover there.
Going out of bounds. They got him trapped.
Reed saves the
ball.
ball.
Out of it.
Oh, they almost had to steal. Caruthersville got the numbers now, 4 on 2, and they're gonna take care of it. From almost to wow,
that's right.
They scored.
Sure did.
Yeah, we had our chances there.
We sure did.
Reed with the basketball. To Lewis. Lewis back out to Reed. Reed inside to Eddings. Eddings goes, tries to drop a bounce pass off to Ison. We got a kicking the ball violation on the Tigers. 3:43 to go in the second quarter. Caruthersville 24, the Green Wave 18.
Thought Eddings was going to take that ball up then. I wished he had it. I wish he took the ball up.
Tell you, he's a strong guy.
Yes, he is.
Lewis with the basketball, gives over to Ison. Ison at the top of the key. Gives back to Lewis. Gives to Nick Perkins. Caleb Reed. Reed's going to drive in. Look at the little man go up against the big guys, and look at Eddings in there fighting for the ball. Ball out of bounds off of Caruthersville Tigers.
I tell you what, that Caleb Reed to get in the air on you.
Caleb Reed went up high. He missed the shot, and Eddings was there, and I mean, he was up in the air.
Sure was.
Caleb Reed to inbound for the Green Wave. Green Wave need a bucket.
Yes, we do. We need a bucket real bad right here.
Looking inside to Ison. He's all alone. He goes in and jams.
We got one with authority then. So.
Yep.
I brought the crowd alive.
Yep. 24-20. Ball tipped out of bounds by Alonzo Lewis, but good hustle on the defense that time.
Sure was.
Coming back in for the Green Wave is Quentin Franks, and going out is Eddings. What I like about the Green Wave's full court press, whoever's inbounding the ball, that man comes back so we don't have a lob pass down to the other end. It's a good job there.
Sure is.
Reed with the basketball for the Tigers. He has a ball almost taken away there by Perkins.
Sure did.
Well, the Green Wave has picked up the intensity here. Reed still with the basketball. Perkins all over him. Caruthersville going to set up a 1-2. Boy, we have a jump pass down in the corner that time too. Marcus Cagle, his first 2 of the night. 26-20, Caruthersville on top. 2:50 to go in this quarter. Robbie Ison with a jump hook, no good. Rebound, the Tigers. Tigers off and running. Reed has the basketball. Ball taken away by the Green Wave, and Lewis has the basketball. Green Wave has the numbers, 4-on-2. Lewis passes the ball over to Ison, and off his fingertips, out of bounds. Ryan Cagle coming into the game, and going out is Caleb Reed for the Green Wave. 26-20, Caruthersville on top with 2:34 to go in this first half. Coming in for the Tigers is Moulton. Coming out is Reed. Moulton with the basketball. He wants to take it down against Perkins. Ball taken away by Perkins. The Green Wave got the basketball. Nice defense that time when he put the ball in front of Perkins. He took it away. Lewis inside to Quentin Franks. Franks with a jumper, no good. Rebound by Ison. Ison with the ball down low, has it stripped from him. We've got a jump ball. Cagle, and I can't tell who the guy is. Is that Moulton for the Tigers? Alternate possession. Ball goes to the Green Wave. Krigler to inbound the ball with 2:13 to go in the second quarter. 26-20. Caruthersville on top. Very low scoring game. A lot of action though.
A lot of action.
Ison thought about it, pulls it down. Has a foul committed that time on number 10 of the Caruthersville Tigers, Rashad Fields, going to the line to shoot a 1-and-1 for the Green Wave will be Robbie Ison. Ison's 1 for 2 in the first half. Coming in for the Tigers is Reed. Going out is Fields. That's for the Tigers.
Yeah. Tell you what, that Nick Perkins can play good defense.
He's picked it up.
You bet. He's quick.
Yes. Ison with his first one. Scores it.
Nice shot.
10 points on the first half for him tonight. He gets the bonus. Scores it. 3 for 4 from the line for Ison. 26-22. 2:06 to go in the first half. Caruthersville on top of 4. Reed with the basketball. Watch Perkins watch that ball. Watching for a crossover there.
You bet.
Gives the ball to Carter. Carter puts up an 18-footer, scores it.
Just stop and hit it.
Well, he stroked it, didn't he?
Sure
I mean, he had that wrist action. He was proud of that. Alonzo Lewis inside to Quentin Franks, puts it up and in, and he's going to go to try to get the conventional 3. Quentin Franks.
Very nice pass by Alonzo Lewis.
Very nice.
And Franks took it to the hole.
Foul that time on number 32, Marcus Cagle, his first. Franks to go to the line. He is 0 for 1 in this first half. 28-24, he could cut it to 3 with 1:44 to go in this first half. He does. Coming into the game for the Caruthersville Tigers is Fields, and going out is Reed. Reed with the basketball, 1:40 to go. 28-25, Green Wave have cut it to 3, closest they've been in a long time. Ball tipped off the fingertips that time of Moulton of the Tigers. Green Wave will have possession. They can cut it to 1 or tie it, Tommy.
Right.
Down in the corner for 3 for Lewis. No good. In and out. Oh!
Follow up by
Slam
Ison.
dunk by Ison. What a coming through with authority
Yes,
there.
sir, he did.
And Caruthersville turns it over under the bucket.
Yeah, that
Well,
brought
the
him
Green
alive.
Wave have got him shook now.
What a play.
28-27. What a play. A rebound by Robbie Ison. Boy, I haven't seen that in a long
I
time.
haven't either.
Trey Porter in for Ison. Ison comes out of the game.
Wish we had instant replay. I'd like to see it again, wouldn't you?
We'll watch it on tape.
On Channel 21, you can see it about 7 times.
We've got timeout on the floor with 1:23 to go in the first half. It's Caruthersville 28, Malden 27, and boy, this game has turned around in a hurry.
Man, I tell you what, they just got a heck of a game going here. Malden student body, they've caught fire and they're ready.
Well, the crowd was kind of asleep, and I guarantee you that slam dunk woke us all up.
That'll wake you up.
Boy, I tell you what, he went up with authority, caught it just right, and I mean jammed that baby home.
I didn't know where he came from. All of a sudden, he was just up there and slammed it.
Ryan Krigler to inbound, and the nice thing, Caruthersville got so shook up, they threw the ball off the backboard on inbounds. Ball to Quentin Franks, puts it up, no good. Rebound by Porter. Porter's going to go back up with it, has a ball tipped away from him by number 32, Cagle, and he's going to be called for the foul. Going the line to shoot 2 for the Green Wave is going to be Trey Porter.
Trey Porter will battle those boards.
Yes, he will. And I tell you, his 5'9", he don't mind going up against anybody. If you can block it, but I'm going to go up and try to make it. Porter's forced free throw up, scores it.
He's going to make you block it.
Yep. He has 3 on the evening.
Tied up, Bill.
28-28, like it was when we started.
You bet.
Second one up, scores it. Green Wave on top, first time tonight.
You bet.
29-28, 118 to go. Caruthersville looks shook, don't they?
I think they are shook a little.
Reed with the basketball. Oh, it's taken away by Nick Perkins.
That's my man Perkins.
He's going to go in, he scores it.
Here comes the Green Wave.
I'll tell you what, Caruthersville wants another timeout. I tell you what, you all have told me all year long just how quick the Green Wave are. And we saw a real instance right there. 31-28 as Nick Perkins takes the ball away, slaps it away, picks that ball up, and goes right up and puts the layup in. And 31-28, what a great play. Nick Perkins' first 2 on the evening.
Tell you what, that Nick Perkins, he's deceptive. You know Alonzo Lewis is quick. That Nick Perkins is smart. He stands back, he watch that ball, and he'll have it and gone. Caruthersville's done a fine job, but like I say, I think they're shook a little bit, and that's a good timeout for Caruthersville.
Minute 6 to go in the first half, 31-28. Green Wave on top of the Caruthersville Tigers. Okay, the crowd got into it now, hadn't they?
Yes, they have.
Reed with the basketball. Caruthersville on the run. Reed's going to go in and shoot a shot. No good. Rebound by Porter. Ball taken back by Reed. Gives the ball in to Fields, and Fields scores it. Caruthersville's quick now.
Yes, they are.
Krigler with the basketball to Lewis. Lewis out front to Perkins. Back to Perkins. Perkins for 3. Scores it. He's got a fine shot.
He sure does.
He really does. I guarantee you, if people leave him alone, he'll crank it up all night long. Reed's going to go coast to coast, puts it up. Ball's blocked that time by Ryan Krigler. It's called for the foul. Ryan Krigler, his first foul of the night, going to line to shoot 2 for the Caruthersville Tigers is going to be Reed. You know these guys that play football against each other, you know they want to get after
it. Oh,
yeah. Because, I mean, Reed killed them down in the game this year.
He sure did.
Reed's going to go to the line to shoot 2. What a great football player, and he's just a great athlete.
Yes, he is a great athlete.
First shot up, no good. Reed has 9 on the night.
Now, Caruthersville's Reed's a good runner, and Malden has 3 of their own going to be on the floor out there.
Right.
And like you say, they like to get after each other.
Reed is 1 for 3 from the line so far this evening. 31 seconds to go in this first half. Next shot up, scores it. It's 2 for 4 now. 10 points in the first half. Perkins with the basketball. Gives it to Lewis. Lewis in the corner, inside to Porter. Porter's going to go up. Oh, he gives over to Ison. Ison from 12. No good. Rebound to Porter. Puts it up and in. Trey Porter, very, very quick. Put that one up and in.
Sure did.
Reed with the basketball. We're going to have a foul on Alonzo Lewis. His first.
I don't think Caruthersville's coach wants to get in a track meet with them up and down the court. He's got some quick athletes, but as a whole, Malden's quicker.
Going the line for a 1-and-1 will be Reed. 36-31. Green Wave on top by 5 with 15 seconds to go in this first half. Shot no good. Rebound that time is going to be Green Wave. Thought it was 2 shots. Green Wave the basketball. Lewis is down by himself. Puts it up and in. He was snowbirding down there.
Yeah, he sure was. Yep. Slipped out there.
2 seconds to go. Shot underneath. Tip no good. That ends the first half with the Green Wave on top of the Caruthersville Tigers. 38-31. Tommy, give us your thoughts of the first half.
Oh, I'm very impressed with Caruthersville, how they come out. They knew what they had to do. They had to back up in that zone, and they knew man for man they couldn't get in a running game with Malden. And they did a real good job, and Malden was cold off the start. Their shots wasn't falling, and then all of a sudden this game heated up, and we had a couple dunks by Robbie Ison. We had one thunder dunk by Robbie Ison that really brought this thing alive and pushed Malden out ahead.
Well, I tell you what, the Green Wave at time scored an amazing 29 points in that quarter, and I tell you what, they did it right there in the last 4.5 minutes.
They sure did, and that's the Malden Green Wave team everybody's heard about and seen about, and they came alive, and they really turned it up, and I really think they stunned Caruthersville there for a few minutes, and it was really a nice half of basketball.
Tommy, we're going to take a break and be right back to you to start the second half. We'll talk about our halftime stats here in just a minute. Wouldn't it be great if you had access to your bank account information 24 hours a day? With internet banking and bill payment service from First Community Bank, you can. It always seems there's never enough time in a day, but with our internet banking service, you can take care of your banking needs on your schedule, not ours. You can pay bills, check account balances, and transfer funds anytime, anywhere. And best of all, First Community Bank offers this service, including bill payment, absolutely free. Go to www.1stcombank.com to find out more. First Community Bank. Experience the difference in banking. Member FDIC. Well, Tommy, we're at halftime, and both teams are back out on the floor, and we want to give you some stats. Right now, Caruthersville has 10 fouls. They had 10 fouls in the first half. Rashad Fields, he only has 2 fouls. Bobby Kelly, 2 fouls. 2 fouls on Marcus Cagle, 2 fouls on Jonathan Butler for Caruthersville Tigers. One foul to DeAndre Moten and also to Caruthersville Reed. For the Green Wave, they only have one player with 2 fouls. That's Trey Porter. Then they have Quentin Franks with 1, Alonzo Lewis with 1, Nick Perkins with 1, Ryan Krigler with 1, and Caleb Reed with 1. Point-wise, let's talk about the points.
Okay.
First quarter, Caruthersville on top of the Green Wave, 19-9. And Green Wave came back in that second half with 29 points. And, boy, I mean, the press really turned it up and held Caruthersville to 12. And here's the scoring. First half for Caruthersville, Kerry Carter has 2, Tristan Starks has 2, Rashad Fields has 4, Caruthersville Reed has 10, DeAndre Moten has 3, Terrence Slaughter has 8, Marcus Cagle 2. That's 31 points for the Caruthersville Tigers. For the Malden Green Wave, Caleb Reed with 1. He was 1 for 2 from the line. Nick Perkins with 5, Elwan Perkins with 2, Alonzo Lewis with 6, Quentin Franks with 5, Trey Porter with 6, Robbie Ison with 13, and that was a big 13.
Yes, it was. It sure was. I tell you, Malden, Caruthersville's quick, but Malden, they just keep coming at you with quick guys. Everybody they come with is just super quick. You know, he came in with Caleb Reed. Caleb Reed's quick. Come in with Ryan Krigler. Ryan Krigler can run it up and down the floor and play defense. And I can't say enough about Nick Perkins. Did Nick Perkins ever have a good first half of defense? I mean, he took the ball away, and Alonzo Lewis done a fine job, and Robbie Ison just had a real good first half, kept us in there and brought this crowd alive and got that team fired up and kind of got everybody fired up. I tell you what, it was just a good first half of basketball. Caruthersville played a fine first half. I guarantee you their coach is happy even though he's behind by 7.
Right. Free throw wise, Green Wave 8 for 12. They picked it up there after being missing some free throws, and then Caruthersville 3 for 7. So the free throws are really paying off for the Green Wave there.
You bet. It's a good half of basketball.
Great half.
And Caruthersville Reed from Caruthersville, good athlete. Of course, we knew that coming in. And Trey Porter, Trey's just a competitor. Whatever they're going to do, Trey's going to get in there. And like you say, what is it, measured him 5'8", 5'9", 5'10"?
5'9".
He's going to get in there and play over 6 foot because he's going to make you take that ball away from him because he's going to take it to the hole.
Well, he's very strong. His upper body is just, it's strong.
It sure is.
And sure wouldn't want to get in an arm wrestling contest with him or anybody else as far as that goes, but especially not him. I believe he'd hurt you.
I think he would. Yeah, I think he would.
And then laugh.
Yeah, he's always got a smile on his face.
Yes, he does. Fine young man.
Yes, he is.
He's quite an athlete, and I know his dad. I really enjoyed watching his dad play basketball in high school, Jesse Porter.
That's what you were telling me. He's a good athlete.
Very good athlete. He could handle the ball, pass it. A lot of times he passed the ball where nobody knew where it was. I mean, he was just, you better get your hands up in front of your face because you're going to get it there. You're going to get your nose mashed once a game if you didn't.
And you can bet Trey Porter's mother's here. You know, if Trey's going to play ball, she's going to be here to watch.
Oh, yeah.
And that's great. And I'm proud of the Malden people. Malden got a good crowd here tonight.
Well, they started filling it up late. They didn't get here for the B game or the JV game, but they're starting to fill it up now. And tell you what, you get your money's worth. You see some good athletes on both teams. I mean, you've got an all-stater in football out there that he's going to play some big-time football somewhere in college football, and he's just a good athlete. You've got, Malden has they got some great athletes. And I tell you what, I go back to our track program, Tommy. The track program at Malden has really enhanced our athletic program.
Sure has. You're exactly right.
The kids are quicker, they're stronger, they jump well. And then the football coaches and the basketball coaches have taken that and built upon that. And it's just been a good thing for them.
We have some good coaches at Malden.
Yes, we do. Caruthersville will start the second half with the basketball. Reed with the ball. Porter's guarding him. Don't you know Porter would just love to talk to him about football right now?
I think he would.
Oh, yeah. Hey, that ball's round. It's not oblong. Moten with the ball, drives the baseline. He's up against Ison. He's going to put it up. Ison blocked the shot. On the floor is Perkins with the ball, and also Ison. We got a jump ball between Slaughter and Ison. The ball will now go over to the Green Wave on the alternate possession.
And Nick Perkins around that ball.
Yes, he is. You told me he was a very good ball player,
sure
and I've enjoyed watching him play tonight. Porter with the ball in the corner for the Green Wave. Caruthersville still in a 2-3 zone. Ison with the basketball. Out front to Lewis. Over to Perkins. Perkins thought about it. Pulls up. Gives the ball back to Lewis. Lewis drives in. Gives the ball underneath to Franks. Franks up too far under the bucket, Tommy.
Yep. I like to see Franks have a better game. Franks is struggling a little tonight.
Reed with the basketball. Goes coast to coast. Still has it. Goes up and no good. Rebound tipped up. No good. Ball put up again that time by Slaughter. No good. Ball out front and Reed Fields will take the ball and passes over to Cagle. Cagle drives in and is fouled. Foul that time on Robbie Ison. That is his first of the game, the first on the Green Wave of the second half. Going to the line to shoot two will be Marcus Cagle for the Caruthersville Tigers. His first one is up. No good. Off the front of the rim. Coming in for the Green Wave is Eddings. Coming out is Franks. Leonard Burton. They list him as 6'4" junior.
Yeah. Leonard Burton, nice young man.
Yep. Cagle's second shot up. Scores it. Nice high arch that time. 38-32. Just underway in the second half. 1 minute gone. Green Wave on top with the Caruthersville Tigers with 6. Ison with the ball down in the corner to Porter. Tried to hit Eddings. Ball taken away in there by Caruthersville Tigers. Fields with the basketball. Gives to Reed. Reed puts up a 12-footer. No good. Ball rolls off the rim. Porter with the rebound. He's got it. Gives the ball to Lewis.
I believe he wanted that rebound.
Yes. Lewis with a great spin move. A layup there with a scoop shot. No good. Rebound that time by Reed. He's going to go coast to coast. Gives underneath to. Oh, boy, what a hard foul that time on on Moten. Moten was fouled, and the foul, I believe, is going to be on Eddings.
Eddings. I thought Perkins got him, but Eddings got him.
I said Eddings was 6'4". He's 6'2". Eddings is 6'2". Nice stroke that time by Moten. First free throw, or he's 2 for 3 for the game now from the line. 4 points total.
I know Coach Allison was glad that Eddings is out this year.
Second one, no good. Rebound by Eddings. I think I called him Burton a while ago, and that's where I got messed up on my height. If I did, I apologize. L1 Perkins to Lewis. Lewis out front. Caruthersville staying with a 2-3 zone. And they've been very good at at keeping us from getting inside too much. Eddings goes inside, and he's going to be.
Right there is what Eddings does. Eddings gets the ball inside. He's going to take it to the hole. And you're either going to foul him or he's going to make it.
Yes, Eddings is fouled in there, and it looked like the foul that time was on Rashad Fields, his third of the game. Perkins with the ball for the Green Wave. To Eddings, over to Ison. Ison inside the three-point line, puts up a nice jump shot, no good. Rebound that time by Porter, and then off his foot, out of bounds. Caruthersville will control. Coming into the game for Caruthersville is Haywood.
Los Brisas Authentic Mexican Restaurant in Malden has the best Mexican food in the Boot Hill. Their fast, friendly service will always keep you smiling. Bottomless drinks never leave you thirsting. Lunch specials every Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Also new at Los Brisas is a new drive-through window. You can call ahead and your food will be waiting for you. Call 276-6666, or better yet, visit the friendliest dining atmosphere and best food in the Boot Hill, open 7 days a week. That's Los Brisas Authentic Mexican Restaurant on Business 25 in Malden. Tell Gustavo and the gang you heard about it them on Channel 21.
Going out is Fields. Haywood with the basketball. Gives the ball over to Carter. Carter across the timeline, down in the corner to, boy, I can't see those numbers tonight.
No, I tell you that.
I really can't, and I apologize. Trey Porter with the ball, had the ball tipped out of bounds that time by Carter of the Caruthersville Tigers. He was on the run, looked like he was trying to find somebody to throw to instead of go down and put it up. Eddings to inbound the basketball for the Green Wave. Green Wave trying to set up a play, give the ball over to Perkins, and he's going to be fouled that time by Spencer Haywood, his first foul.
Spencer Haywood, he's got a famous name. He's got a basketball name, hasn't he, Bill?
Yes, he does. Coming into the game for the Green Wave, Ryan Krigler. Going out is Trey Porter. 5:35 to go in this third quarter. Green Wave on top, 38-33. Green Wave have not scored in this period. Lewis to Krigler, back to Lewis, to Ison. Ison looking inside, back out to Lewis. Inside to Eddings. Eddings puts it to Ison. Ison is going to back out to Lewis. He's going to drive in, and we've got a 3-second violation, lane violation on the Green Wave. Again, the Green Wave have not scored in almost 3 minutes.
Sure hadn't they?
Carter with the basketball. Gives to Slaughter, back to Carter. Carter being hounded in there by Krigler. Down in the corner, or down to Moten. Moten to Cagle, back to Moten. Moten for three. No good, in and out. Boy, that almost went.
It sure did, went all the way down and come out. We need to score, Bill.
Yep. Lewis with the layup and gives it over to Ison. He's going to dunk it.
There we go, right on cue.
Yep. I guarantee you, Lewis created that whole thing, coming in, getting the defense to come on him, and Ison then headed to the bucket. A good pass to him. Carter with the basketball, being hounded by Perkins. Throws the ball down to Haywood, and out of bounds, turnover by the Caruthersville Tigers. That's what that pressure defense does. It speeds the game up, and that's what the Green Wave are wanting right now. 40-33. Green Wave on top of the Caruthersville Tigers with 4:32 to go in the third period. Krigler with the basketball to Reed. Down in the corner to Lewis. Lewis for three. Scores it. That didn't take long.
No, it didn't.
About 4 seconds, one dribble is all it took. We got a timeout on the floor with 4:19 to go in this third period. It's 43-33. Green Wave on top of the Tigers.
You know, the Green Wave come out, looked a little stale there, then all of a sudden they kicked it up and scored 5 before you could turn around. You know, 2 trips down the floor, bang,
sure
scored 5 points.
And I really like the throw in here. It was one dribble, a pass, and whoop, that was it.
Sure.
Sign up for high definition service and we'll give you $50. At New Wave, we think you've been extra good this year, and that's why we're willing to give you a little something extra this holiday season. $50 when you sign up for HD TV service from your neighbors at New Wave. You can call toll-free today at 888-8-NEW-WAVE. That's New Wave Communications, high definition television.
I've heard my dad say that the old Puxico team years ago, that they would not dribble the ball. They would just pass it. And, of course, I don't remember that.
No.
That was in the early 50s. And when the Wilfong guys were playing and a lot of people remember that. And that's when fast break basketball really got started in this part of the country. And And tell you what, the Green Wave and Caruthersville are getting it up down the floor tonight.
Sure
now, the
are.
score does not indicate that it's a real fast-paced game, but it is. You folks that are watching it, I mean, you can see the defenses. They're so quick.
Oh, yeah.
They're so agile. They're so athletic. And you wonder, well, there's not a lot of scoring, but I guarantee there's a lot of cat and mouse games going on out there.
Sure is.
Reed with the basketball for the Tigers. Boy, I know he'll be glad to get finished tonight.
Oh, yes.
Yep. Ball to Fields. Fields being handled by Krigler. They do a switch there on defense. Krigler now on Reed. Ball's going to be turned over to the Green Wave. Eddings has a ball. He's going to pass the ball down to Lewis. Lewis tries to throw underneath to ice it and missed him. Caruthersville on a run. 2-on-1. The ball put up high. Oh, what a nice try that time.
He tried.
That was a nice try.
He tried.
That sure was. Fields was going out of bounds, and he grabbed the ball. There was nothing to do, and he grabbed it and tried to bounce it off of a player out of bounds for the Green Wave. Ice it with the basketball. Drives the baseline. Kicks it out to Lewis. Lewis in the corner for three. In and out. Rebound Eddings. Off on the floor to Lewis. Lewis drives in, puts up another running layup, scores it.
Nice move.
He just kept trying, didn't
Sure it is. Stayed after it.
Caruthersville with the basketball. Ryan Krigler is going to be fouling Reed that time. Krigler's second foul coming into the game is going to be Quentin Franks for the Green Wave. Going out is going to be Robbie Eisen. 3:25 to go in this third quarter. Green Wave on top at 12. Green Wave had 3 fouls in this half, and the Caruthersville Tigers with 2. Reed with the basketball. Boy, we've called his name a lot tonight, hadn't we?
Tell you what, they want him to have the ball.
Well, he wants the ball,
you
too.
Bet he does. He's that kind of athlete.
Yeah. Fields with the ball over to Moten. Well, Caruthersville's spacing right now is just they're right there handing the ball to each other.
Sure are.
Oh, nice spin move that time. A good pass inside to Slaughter. And he scores it. Or to Cagle, I mean. Green Wave quickly down the floor, and the ball put up by Krigler, and the ball was blocked right into Eddings' hand, and Eddings gets his first 2 of the night. 47-35, 2:42 to go in the third period. Green Wave on top by 12. Oh, boy, I'm telling you, they're hounding them, aren't they?
They sure are.
Caruthersville probably get a layup here, but nope, it's going to be a turnover.
Had them frustrated.
Yes, I tell you what, that's what that quickness does. It takes you out of your game what you want to do, and they just stay with you.
Sure
Pressure defense, don't they?
They stay on you now, and they just keep coming.
Nick Perkins back in the game for the Green Wave. I don't know who went out, but here comes Eddings. Also Reed out for the Caruthersville Tigers. Carter in his place. Caleb Reed with the basketball.
Caruthersville's going to press a little bit.
What a great defensive play that time by the Tigers. Now he got hit right in the face. Quentin Franks walked with the basketball. Nice defensive play that time by Marcus Cagle. Franks turned around and he was going to take off with the ball, and all of a sudden he saw a defensive player there and he walked. I tell you, at Cagle or Krigler's quick too, isn't he? Carter with the basketball, gives it out to Fields. Fields for Caruthersville with the ball. Gives it to Moten. Back to Carter. Carter's going to drive in. Looks for someone to throw to. Oh, a nice pass in that time to Terrence Slaughter, who puts it up and in.
Threw that ball right back when Franks.
Lewis going to drive coast to coast, puts it up, scores it. 7 points this half for Lewis, 13 in the game. Carter with the basketball, gives it to Slaughter. Or to Cagle, I mean.
Stolen away by Reed.
Reed's going to go in. Let's see he goes. He tried. I thought he was going to go dunk it.
I thought he was. He had it in his mind, I think.
51-37. Green Wave on top by 14. Minute and a half to go. Ball kicked that time by Franks. Icing into the game. Franks out. Coming in for the Caruthersville Tigers is Starks and also Haywood. Also coming in is going to be Kelly.
Franks don't seem like he's with it tonight. He may be a little bit ill or something. He's been playing some good ball.
Well, Caruthersville has 6 players on the court. And coming out for the Caruthersville Tigers is going to be Terrence Slaughter.
Don't think that'll work.
Going in is Jonathan Butler. I guess he checked in. I didn't see him check in.
I didn't either. He's going to go down here. It's back court.
Caruthersville's back court.
Let him score.
And you know what? That saved it. That saved
sure
it for 2 points for a violation.
Yep.
Coach is going to put somebody else in and say, you got to know what end we're going to.
That's right.
Used to the old way that went on. And I say that when you got back court, it was back court. That's the only thing that saved him from 2. He's laughing about it. Coach is too, and that's good.
That's right.
Nobody's mad.
Young people just make mistakes.
They make mistakes. Nick Perkins with the basketball to Lewis. Back to Perkins. I wish I could say I never made a mistake in a ball game.
Me too, Bill. That's exactly right. And, you know, nobody feels any worse about it than the young man that done it, so that's all right.
Bobby Kelly called for the foul for the Caruthersville Tigers, their 3rd foul of the half. Ball taken out of bounds by Ryan Krigler of the Green Wave. 51-37, 1 minute, 11 seconds to go in this 3rd period. Lewis with the basketball, gives to Perkins. Over to Reed. Reed to Ison. Ison to Reed. Reed for 3. I thought it was down, Tommy.
I did too. It looked like it was online.
We had a great look at it, didn't we? Ison with the ball, gives to Reed. He goes inside, gives to Krigler. He goes in, misses the layup, or with the rebound for the Tigers is Moulton. Caruthersville has a basketball. Carter has it, and he's going to be fouled by Ryan Krigler. Krigler's 3rd foul. Green Wave's 4th of the quarter.
Here comes Caruthersville with 4 fresh men.
Caruthersville going to bring in their starting 5 again. Tell you what, I'm impressed with this Mark Skelton. I mean, he's got good control of his team and
good control of his team.
A lot of substitutes. He's got some athletes out there. They've still got a way to go. You can tell. But I tell you what, anytime you play a team like Malden, you're going to have a way to go.
You bet.
Oh boy, here we go. Lewis with the layup, got it.
Started with a block.
Yeah, beautiful block that time. As Moulton goes in for the layup and gets it blocked away, and the Green Wave get possession, and Lewis on the run. Nice turnaround shot that time by Terrence Slaughter, and he's going to be fouled by Robbie Ison. Ison's 2nd foul, going the line to shoot 2 for the Caruthersville Tigers, Terrence Slaughter. He has 10 on the night. He's had a good ball game.
You bet, he sure has.
18 seconds to go in this 3rd period. Green Wave on top of 16, 53-37. First one up. Bounces around, no good. Slaughter has all 10 from the field, none from the line. Second one up. Scores it. Nick Perkins down to Lewis. He was snowbirding and he missed the layup. Ball tipped up that time by Ison. No good. Rebound that time by Caruthersville. Lewis tries to take the ball away. Caruthersville has the numbers if they want to run. They're 5 on 3. Reed almost takes the ball away. We got a long 3-pointer at the end of the, there's still 9/10 of a second left. Shot put up that time by Caruthersville with time running out. Krigler's going to probably get the ball. Let's see what happens here. Ball taken away by Caruthersville. Put up at the horn. No good.
It would have counted.
It would have counted. Score at the end of the 3rd quarter. It's the Malden Green Wave 53, the Caruthersville Tigers 38.
Tonight's game is also brought to you by Boomers Productions. The next time your company needs a commercial, safety, informational, or music video made, please contact Boomers Productions. Working with Malden Night Productions, we can produce your next video requirement. We also bring to your local news and programming as seen on Channel 21 and the New Wave Communications Network. We're currently seen in Bernie, Bloomfield, Essex, Campbell, Dexter, and Malden, and looking forward to serving more towns in southeast Missouri and northeast Arkansas viewing area. Boomers Productions and Channel 21, your hometown channel. Call 281-2121 or visit our website at boomersproductions.com. Also, our toll-free number outside the Malden area, 877-566-2121.
Well, Malden kicked it up on defense that time and kind of frustrated Caruthersville and played Malden basketball and played some fine defense. They didn't just run and gun. They played fine defense and they worked the ball and they played very well in that spurt. And I think they just frustrated Caruthersville. Ison had that one good block in there, had a very good block, tipped it over to a teammate who looked down court, found a snowbird down there for 2. Alonzo Lewis hit 7 points real quick, got us going. Malden just kind of eased the lead out a little bit. So Caruthersville has nothing to be ashamed of. Like you said, I'm impressed with their coach. I tell you what, Caruthersville looks like they're very much under control on the floor and on the bench.
Yep. Caruthersville that time scored 7 in the third quarter. Malden scored 15. And the big guy for Malden that quarter with 9 was Alonzo Lewis, and he had a chance to make the layup down there and just missed it. So that happens.
Yes, it does.
If he had it over, he'd make it.
I think he would.
Yeah. He meant to make it. Reed with a jump shot, air ball, rebound by Perkins in there, or he picks it out of the air. Lewis with the basketball, back to Perkins, just underway in the fourth quarter. Green Wave on top. Krigler with the basketball for the Green Wave, out front to Lewis, over to Perkins. Perkins to Ison in the corner, ball almost taken away in there by Reed. Green Wave will maintain possession, 20 seconds gone, 7:40 to go in this game. Green Wave on top, 53-38. Reed has a basketball. He's going to drive in, puts up a running layup, no good. Rebound Ison.
Ison brings the ball down, they take it away from him, he ain't careful.
Lewis has the ball go off his fingertips, out of bounds, turned over to Caruthersville Tigers. Inbounding the ball for the Tigers.
Got a
5 seconds. Turnover on the Green Wave. Caruthersville didn't move that time.
No, they didn't.
And, I mean, Green Wave had the defense out there, but they just didn't move. We've got 5 subs coming in for the Caruthersville Tigers. First 5's coming out.
Yeah,
Ryan Krigler, the inbounds for the Green Wave.
You got to stand still, Ryan. That's it.
Perkins has it to Lewis. Lewis thought about 3. He's going to drive in, puts up a nice jump shot, scores it. I'll tell you what, he's got a soft shot.
Sure
good jump shot. Plants himself well, goes up, great arch. Green Wave their biggest lead of the night of 17. Carter with the basketball, shoots a layup, no good. Ball tipped up, almost off Ice's hand. Green Wave running. Ball given to Krigler, puts it up and in.
What a pass, what a pass.
Well, they're going to run with it now, aren't they?
Sure are.
Caruthersville going to come back with their starting 5. I tell you what, I like their coach. He pulls them out, talks to them real quick. The other team goes in and gets in a few minutes of playing. Green Wave with the turnover. Reed with the basketball to Lewis. He's going to go in, put the layup in, scores it. Lewis with 19 on the evening. Big night for him. Carter with the basketball for the Tigers. 59-38. Carter with 3. No good. Rebound to Green Wave. Ball kicked down to Krigler. He's going to score it with the layup.
Caruthersville's not running down the floor now.
No.
They're just. Yep. And I know the coach has got to be aggravated about that. The Green Wave just super quick and just wore that bunch down. At that time, there wasn't anybody even came down after them.
6:26 to go in this game with timeout on the floor. It's Malden 61, Caruthersville 38.
For affordable college courses close to you, the right choice is Three Rivers Community College. TRCC offers classes at the Poplar Bluff campus and its centers in Sykeston, Kennett, Malden, Campbell, and Portageville. TRCC's low tuition can save you hundreds of dollars each semester, and you can use A+ and other scholarships. Make the right choice. Three Rivers Community College. Register on campus or at any of the centers. Call 1-877-TRY-TRCC or click on www.trcc.edu.
Tell you what, Malden's really kicked it up this last half when they got cranking after the half, and then I don't know. I think they just surprised Caruthersville. I think Caruthersville knew they had it in them, and just all of a sudden there it was, and the boys have just and the game's not over. They could get in this thing, but I tell you that's the Malden Green Wave team we've been talking about. Quick, fast, super defense, well coached, well mannered young men, and they've just pushed this lead out.
Well, Caruthersville came out first the game. I mean, they were ready, fired up, and I mean, they gave us all we wanted.
Yes, they did.
There's no ifs, no ands, or buts about it. And but the Green Wave just come at you. They're so deep, and when you take one quick one out, you got another quick one.
That's right.
Caruthersville now crashing the boards.
Yeah.
Malden just lobbing the ball down the floor. They're just trading buckets. 63-40. Cagle with the basketball for the Tigers. Gives the ball to Reed. Reed's going to go in, passes the ball underneath to Slaughter, who misses. Green Wave off and running. Krigler's going to go in for another layup. No good. Gets his own rebound. Ball kicked over to Perkins. He's going to shoot a little jump shot. No good. Gets his own rebound. Kicks it back to Ison. Ison out to Lewis. Lewis with a pass underneath to Ison. He scores it. No, he missed it. Ball rolled off. We've got a holding foul that time on Ryan Krigler. That's his fourth. Well, the Green Wave had their chances,
yes,
didn't
they did. I tell you what, they had their chances. Ryan Krigler's played a good defensive game.
I thought they
played
were
a good offensive
I thought it was going to be like the Carnival, shoot till you make it.
I think it was. I thought it was, too.
Trey Porter in for Ryan Krigler. Krigler needs a blow. He's tired.
Yeah, that's right.
Fields with the basketball to inbound. Ball is going to be taken away by the Green Wave. Lewis has the basketball. Boy, he just keeps coming at you, doesn't he?
Super quick.
Yes. Reed's going to drive. Kicks the ball over to Trey Porter. He scores it. Nice pass.
Nice pass. Pacalo moving to Trey, and a nice one.
Yep. 8 points for Porter. A lot of unselfishness on that team. Cagle with the basketball. Gives to Carter. 5 minutes to go. Green Wave on top by 25. Boy, it just doesn't seem like it, does it?
They just did it so quick.
Yes. Moten drives in, and we're going to have a blocking foul. Blocking foul is going to be on Lewis. We're going to count the bucket. Alonzo Lewis, second foul. Is that Moulton that made the? Yes, it was.
Right,
Moulton go to the line to shoot, try to make the conventional three-point play. Green Wave on top by 23, 65-42 with 4:51 to go in this game. I want to tell you, this has been a fast-paced game.
Now, I'll tell you what, up and down now.
I tell you, they wore me out.
I tell you what, whoever plays these teams, Caruthersville's going to deal some people some fits.
Yep.
This Malden can strike you so quick, and you just don't know.
I'm so glad I'm not playing against them.
Man, I'm glad I'm right here.
Yes. I'm in a safe place.
Yeah.
Coming into the game for the Caruthersville Tigers is Reed. Going out is Moten. 65-43. Headings to inbound for the Green Wave.
Lard Burton in.
Lard Burton. Ball pitched up high to Franks and off of Green Wave's fingertips. Ball turned over to the Caruthersville Tigers. Lewis tried to hit Franks so he could slam dunk it, but didn't happen. That Burton's a tall young man.
Yes, he is.
Fields with the basketball, being hounded by Reed. Boy, I tell you, that's fun.
Yeah, Reed's going to stay on him now. Now Porter's after him.
These football players are getting after each other just a little bit out there. It's getting a little aggressive.
Yeah, I believe.
Carter with the basketball for Caruthersville. Puts up a layup. No good. Rebound fought far. Caruthersville controls. Nice rebound put up and in by Slaughter. Going to the line to try to get the three-point play will be Terrence Slaughter. Scores it.
Porter's going to shoot a three. I think that was a pass, Trey. Trey will tell us that was a pass.
Yes, I'm sure he would. Quentin Franks with the air ball pass there and puts it up and in. 67-46, under 4 minutes to go in this game. Fields to Slaughter. Slaughter goes in, and ball's going to be blocked that time by Eddings, but he's going to be called for the foul, his second foul. Going to the line to shoot two is going to be Terrence Slaughter. I've got him right. He's got 16 points on the night.
Tell you what, he's had a nice game.
Yes, he has. He's got another one now. 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 17. He's got them. Going into the game for the Tigers is going to be Marcus Cagle. Coming out is Tristan Starks. Also Carter coming out. Oh, nice rebound that time by the big man, Marcus Cagle. Puts it up and in. 67-49. Porter with the basketball. Gives to Eddings. Eddings goes up and has a shot blocked. We got a foul on the Caruthersville Tigers. Slaughter with the foul. That's his first. Eddings goes to the line to shoot a pair. Has 2 points on the night. First one up. No good. Rolls off the rim.
Eddings a strong-looking young man.
Yes. Second one up. Scores it. Reed with the basketball. Oh, I know Porter's just wanting to talk to him. So good. Oh, what a nice slam dunk that time.
They brought one back on their own, didn't they?
Number 21 that time for the Caruthersville Tigers. Reed. Nice slam dunk. Boy, he wanted. Oh, here we go again. He's going to have back-to-backers. Oh, he missed that one. We've got a foul. It looks like it's going to be on Reed of the Green Wave. Oh, no, the foul's going to be on Starks, or pardon me, Fields of the Caruthersville Tigers, his fourth.
Nice play.
He was just a little give out, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. Malden should like this press.
Perkins with the basketball for the Green Wave. Gives to Ison. Ison's going to drive in, puts up a fall-away jump shot. No good. Rebound by the Caruthersville Tigers. Carter's off and running with the basketball. Comes back out front. It's going to go inside, shoot a 12-footer. No good. Rebound that time by the Green Wave. Perkins with the basketball. Green Wave running. Porter with the basketball. Gives to Perkins. He's going to put up a three off the rim. Franks with the rebound. Puts it up and in. And it's going to be fouled. Quentin Franks that time with a good power move. Good
sure
rebound.
Was a power move. Yeah, sure was. Nice move. That's what we like to see Quentin Franks doing all the time.
Right.
There.
Foul that time on Marcus Cagle. Second foul. Quentin Franks goes to the line. Try to finish this three-point play. He has 9 on the night. Needs this for double-figure night. Puts it up. No good. Rebound tipped around. Caruthersville will control. Reed with the basketball for the Tigers.
Oh, carried it, but no call.
Ball rolls around, and look who's got it. Carter's got it, throws inside to Reed, and we've got a holding foul on Trey Porter. Look at Porter's smile.
Porter staying after it, wasn't it?
Yes. Third foul on Trey Porter. 70-51, 2:34 to go in the game. Game's got a little ragged, but both teams are wanting to go up and down the floor.
Trey Porter's just type of athlete. Let's just play another one, you know. He just keep going.
Like a Ernie Banks
That's right.
doubleheader.
Just play two.
Ball rolls off the front of the rim for Reed. Deacris Reed has 12 on the night for the Tigers. Second one up, scores it. Lonzo Lewis with the basketball. Across the timeline. Caruthersville in a man-to-man now. Lewis is so fast, I tell you what, I believe he could triple dribble, and we wouldn't catch it.
Try to never see it.
Robbie Ison with the basketball, looking for someone to throw to. Throws to Franks. Franks goes in, puts up a running layup. No good. Gets his own rebound, puts it up on a tip. No good. Rebound, Caruthersville Tigers. Moten has a basketball. Carter down in the corner to the lefty that time. Fields, and he scores it. 6 points by him. Franks goes in, puts in a layup. It's going to be fouled. Nice pass down that time. It was so fast, I was writing the score down. Didn't even see what happened, but he puts the layup in. Foul that time on Fields. I think he is fouled out.
You know, Coach Ice and Coach Sokoloff still coaching down there. You know, they didn't like that, them boys giving up on that rebound a while ago.
No.
Late in the game, but they want you to play hard every minute to let horn go, though.
Quentin Franks to the line. He has 11. Under 2 minutes to go in this game. Green Wave are going to go to 6-0, Tommy.
Yes, they are.
He scores it. Even dozen for Quentin Franks on the night.
Watch back.
Ball pass to Slaughter. He's going to go in, puts it up, scores it. Boy, he's had a nice game.
He sure has.
Green Wave with the basketball. Lonzo Lewis. We're down to 1 minute 40 seconds to Porter. Porter inside to Franks. Franks thought about a give and go there. Ball blocked by the Caruthersville Tigers. It's saved, but out of bounds. The Tigers. Nice sportsmanship there on the Malden fans.
Sure
Helped the young man back out onto the court. 1:34 to go. 73-57. Green Wave on top by 16. Porter to inbounds to Lewis. Lewis wants to set up something. Gives the ball to Ison. Ison to Porter. Lewis with the basketball out front. Gosh, he can jump.
He sure can.
He drives in. Look at that, how quick he is. Use that left hand.
Kick it over to the left hand.
I tell you, he's something else.
He sure
is
is.
Something else, folks. He's worth the price of admission to come watch him. He plays with a great intensity. He knows the floor. He started every game since he's been a sophomore. Three-pointer put up that time by Moulton of the Tigers.
And they stole the ball.
And Reed goes in for a layup against Ison. And they're going to call a foul on Ison. Ison went up for the block. That's his third foul. He didn't think he fouled. He's still like,
no,
he called the foul on me?
I thought he had all ball there.
Right. 75-60. 56 seconds to go in this game. Reed goes to the line to shoot two. He has 11 on the night. First one up off the front of the rim. Second one up, in and out. Porter with the rebound. Hit Ison on a fly. Ison with a dunk.
Oh, he just decided to stick another one down.
Robbie Ison, number 42. Carter with the three-pointer out front, no good. Greenway with the rebound. Quentin Franks to Nick Perkins. Gives to Ison. Ison's going to be held that time. They didn't want him to have another dunk, did
they didn't want him to have another one, no.
Ison goes to line to shoot two. It had all the dunks he wanted him to see.
No more. Not going to dunk on it no more.
Could have called that an intentional foul. I think so, yeah. But if it had been a close game, it would have been.
Yeah.
Joe Bowen just let it go, and I don't blame him. A good no call on a
it was.
Intentional foul. First shot put up by Ison.
The boy only had there we go.
What happened?
Well, Ison shot he had a 1-and-1. And
I thought it was a two-shotter.
And the boy from Caruthersville got the ball and threw it over to the ref and give it back to Malden.
I thought it was I thought he fouled him in the act of shooting, so we'll put him at 1+. Greenway, well, I guess I was like the guy from Caruthersville. Nice pass that time to Reed. As you said, he'll tell us it was a pass.
Right. Trey's wanting the ball.
Yep. 20 seconds to go in this game. Green Wave up 77-60. Lewis with the basketball.
They're just going to dribble it out.
Yep, Caruthersville's going to let them dribble it out. We're down to 10 seconds. Green Wave going to go to 6-0.
Good enough to dribble it out. That's good sportsmanship. Okay.
And that's the game. The Green Wave 77, the Caruthersville Tigers 60. Green Wave with a 17-point win, but it was a good ball game.
It was an interesting game.
I enjoyed watching that.
Sure it did. That was great. I tell you what, Caruthersville came out with a good game plan and jumped on the Greenway and held them down for a little bit, but it wasn't long to here come the Green Wave and got it rolling and really just outmanned the Caruthersville Tigers. And the Caruthersville Tigers are going to win a lot of ball games this year, but you know, with that Robbie Ison's dunks and to bring the crowd into the game and the speed of the defense from the other Malden Greenways, that just really got things going. And Malden just come out and started playing a very, very good game, and very proud of them. And Caruthersville, like I say, has nothing to be ashamed of.
Oh, no.
They're going to win a lot of ball games. They're very much under control on the bench and on the floor, and they're just very proud. And they're going to deal some people some fits. And Malden Greenway, it's going to take a team to beat them because they're very, very talented and very deep.
Keep talking, Tommy. I'm trying to get some stats coming here.
I know Coach Ison and Coach Sokoloff are the type of coaches. They're going to coach till that buzzer goes off if you're 20 or you're 30 or if you're 2 points ahead. And there at the last of the game, you know, they were kind of they wasn't following their shots and they really was getting after them, you know, to stay after it. You play hard till that buzzer goes off. And that's just the type of coaches they are, you know. They're very, very good, and they're very good, these young men. These young men have a lot of respect for them. And it's just a good win for Malden anytime you can beat a team like Caruthersville. You know, Caruthersville got on us on that football team, so I think the boys decided we need to give them a little bit, and we gave them a little basketball lesson tonight. But not to take anything away from Caruthersville, and they got some good athletes. The Reed kid is a fine athlete. He's going to go somewhere and play football. He's going to contribute whatever he goes. He's that good athlete. But, well, we have some good athletes in Malden, too. And when we talk about him being a good football player, I don't know how many yards he had, 1,800. You know, we had three boys. We had Trey Porter, 1,300 or 1,400, and we had Caleb Reed with over 1,000 and Ryan Craigler right at 1,000. So that says a lot about our boys and our football coaches. So we got some good athletes in Malden. We're awful proud of them. Wish them a lot of luck. We'll stay with them.
Well, here's what we have unofficially on the scoring for tonight. For the Caruthersville Tigers, Gary Carter with 2. Also, Tristan Starks with 2. Rashad Fields with 6. We also had Kaditris Reed with 13. I've got that. Yes, that's right, with 13. Also, we had with 10 points, we had DeAndre Moten with 19. We had Terrence Slaughter. He had a good ball game.
Sure did. Really
inside
did.
And out. We had Marcus Cagle with 5. Jonathan Butler with 3. It's a total of 60 for the Caruthersville Tigers. For the Malden Green Wave, we had Caleb Reed with 3. We had Ryan Krigler with 6. Nick Perkins with 5. Elwan Perkins with 2. 21 by Alonzo Lewis. Boy, he had a great ball game.
Did.
Quentin Franks with 12. Trey Porter with 8. Leonard Burton, let's see, it's Robbie Ison, and I don't have Robbie Ison down correct. We're going to have to do him just there's 13, 15. Well, there's 15, 17. Looks like 17 points and 3 points by Antonio Eddings. Should be 77 for the Green Wave. Green Wave again go to 6-0 in the season. The Caruthersville Tigers fall to 1-3. Caruthersville Tigers been defeated though by 3 great teams.
Sure have.
And those 3 teams being Poplar Bluff, Sykeston, and Malden. Malden's got a good ball club. They are seeded number 1 in the Bloomfield Christmas Tournament. Tommy, we want to tell everybody we are going to be bringing all 26 games from the Bloomfield Christmas Tournament on a tape-delayed basis, and it will take us a time to edit those things. So whatever game's being played the first night, it may be 2 or 3 nights later before we can get them all, before we can start playing those games.
Right.
But again, go up to the Bloomfield Christmas Tournament. There's going to be a lot of giveaways, a lot of nostalgia from the 50 years. Be an all-tournament team picked from all those 50 years. It's just going to be a lot of fun. I think they told me 8 or 9 cheerleading groups will be performing during the tournament. And, of course, they'll have an all-tournament team this year.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a lot of fun. Again, we're going to have Jim Hall and Terry Turlington along our side. And then we may have some guest people to pop in and say, hey, yes, we're going to help you. And we're looking forward to that. It's going to take a big team effort.
That's right.
When you're doing 8 games one day and 8 games the next day, you can't stay voice-wise. 2 people can't do that.
And I tell you, a game like we just called right here, it's quick. You got to stay on your toes and stay up with these guys because they're up and down the floor. And I look forward to the Bloomfield Christmas Tournament. What tradition! I mean, what great basketball! What great hospitality those people. They put on a great tournament.
Well, we want to thank Ron Golden, the athletic director here at Malden, for getting us a spot tonight to do the game. We also want to thank Coach Ison and Coach Sokoloff for agreeing to let us do this game. Again, we enjoy bringing basketball. We bring basketball in the 6 towns, and we're going to be going to Gideon and to Clarkton, so that's going to bring, and to Holcomb, so that's going to bring in 3 more communities that we know of. And we're very happy to do that, and we're just tickled to death that you folks watch Channel 21, our basketball. If you enjoy it, tell our advertisers, our people that sponsors these games. Tonight, this game has been brought to you by First Community Bank, Los Risas Authentic Mexican Restaurant in Malden, New Wave Communications, Three Rivers Community College, Boomers Productions, Maldenite Productions, and we just appreciate you folks tuning in and watching the game. Again, I'm Bill Hampton along with Tommy Jacobs, our cameraman tonight, Eric Hendricks. And so long for just a while because, one, we want you to put those seatbelts on so you'll be able to see the next game. And don't forget, live today, learn from yesterday, and look forward to tomorrow. Hi, I'm Bill Hampton, anchorman for Channel 21. Are you ready for some high school basketball?
Hi, I'm Tommy Jacobs. We'll be bringing you 50 high school basketball games this season on Channel 21.
Channel 21 is proud to bring you all 26 games from this year's 50th annual Bloomfield Christmas Tournament.
Plus 3 championship games and 21 regular season games from our viewing schools of Richland, Bloomfield, Dexter, Bernie, Malden, and Campbell.
I don't know that much about high school basketball, but I'll guarantee you one thing, it's going to be fun on 21.